Today, I've put together 20 truly standout games that really shine when you play them with someone in co-op. These games let you do it all. Smash through the story together, throw down with your buddy, or just mess around and have a laugh with friends. And don't worry, even though this video turned out quite long, it's just a fraction of everything I've prepared. Plenty of awesome games are still ahead, so I promise there's much more to surprise you with in the future. Let's dive in. R.E.P.O is a co-op horror game where you and your friends are sent into these weird, abandoned facilities to loot valuable stuff. There isn't really a story. You're just the workforce hauling junk for some entity that couldn't care less if you make it out alive. The gameplay is all about handling objects with real physics. It's not like pick it up and it's in your inventory. Every item can get damaged or break if you're not careful, and that can completely ruin your run. Sometimes stuff is huge, and you have to drag it with a buddy through tight corridors. And even if you're super careful, someone will inevitably drop a vase, and everything goes sideways. Meanwhile, there's creatures roaming around, and they're not just monsters for the sake of monsters. Each one has its own way of noticing you. Some of them can hear you. Some just patrol shadows in the hallway. So when you're dragging a giant cabinet and trying not to make a noise, it's actually tense and sometimes hilarious, especially when panic hits over the tiniest thing. The game is all about trying to get your priceless stuff out of places you probably shouldn't even be. It's a crazy mix of random mayhem and scary moments, endless laughs and screams over voice chat. So if you are looking for a solid co-op horror game, then R.E.P.O definitely deserves a spot in your library. In HELLDIVERS 2, you are thrown into a brutal galactic war where the survival of democracy depends on military precision and teamwork. Enemies like huge space bugs, hostile machines, and the long-forgotten Illuminate Empire relentlessly press in, making every mission a tense struggle to reclaim lost territory. The battlefront is always shifting because major orders adapt dynamically based on what the community achieves, so no two missions feel the same. The game puts you right in the thick of the action with a third-person view that demands you stay sharp and think on your feet. The environment itself can turn against you, from tricky terrain and unpredictable weather to the danger of friendly fire, so charging in like a hero usually ends with you face down. Progress comes through hard-earned victories that unlock new gear and upgrades, letting you shape your loadout to fit your playstyle and the challenges ahead. There's also a real sense of camaraderie and risk in cooperative play, where one misstep during an extraction can put the whole team in jeopardy. Each victory in HELLDIVERS feels hard-won, because defending democracy is never easy. In the shadow of Yggdrasil, the World Tree, you awaken in Valheim, a place where fallen warriors are summoned to prove their worth before entering the halls of Valhalla. Bereft of memory and purpose, you are guided by a raven, a cryptic emissary of Odin, who hints at your mission, to confront the ancient and formidable beings that plague this land. These adversaries, once vanquished, grant you their essence, enabling you to forge superior tools, weapons, and fortifications, essential for your survival and progression. Your journey unfolds across diverse biomes, each presenting unique challenges and resources. Establishing a stronghold becomes paramount, offering shelter and a base of operations. The combat carries the spirit of Souls-like games, but in a much more approachable way. Your options in battle are limited to dodging and parrying. Boss fights push your abilities to the limit, demanding constant attention to your health, careful management of your energy, and the condition of your gear as you face these ancient deities. In Valheim, every action, from crafting to combat, from exploration to construction, shapes an overarching story of proving your valor and securing a place in the afterlife. In Warhammer 40k Darktide, you get thrown right into the heart of Tertium, a massive hive city where a full-on uprising has broken out. But it's not just angry workers causing trouble. There's heresy at play, a Nurgle-worshipping cult, and entire military regiments that have turned to chaos. You start out as a convict who suddenly gets a chance to redeem yourself by working for the Inquisition. Survival isn't likely, but the other option is much worse than death. The story doesn't unfold in a straight line. Instead, you piece it together through dialogues, missions, and the atmosphere of the places you fight through. The deeper you go into the Hive, the clearer it becomes that this rebellion hides something much older and far more dangerous than just simple traitors. Gameplay is all about co-op action. You and 3 others will dive into brutal missions, whether it's clearing out industrial zones or pushing through plague-ridden districts. Combat mixes ranged and melee. Enemies swarm in huge numbers, and on top of that, you'll face elite units and monstrous creatures that won't go down easily. The key is sticking together. Run off alone, and you're not gonna last long. Darktide isn't about saving the world. It's about holding back the darkness, one mission at a time, knowing that every victory is only temporary. You are not a hero, and you won't be promised glory. You're just another reject given a shot at redemption. Whether you prove worthy of it or not is entirely up to you. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is not your typical racing game with a straightforward story. The main hook here is the so-called CrossWorlds. You begin on a regular track, but from the second lap, everything changes. Portals appear, pulling you into another dimension, where the landscape shifts dramatically. New obstacles and boosters show up, and you have to adjust your strategy on the fly. When you return, the track is no longer the same. Fresh routes and shortcuts open up, making each race feel like a new experiment. Success depends on keeping your rhythm, drifting through corners, pulling off tricks on jumps, and collecting golden rings to raise your top speed. But if you collide with a wall or get hit by weapons that others can pick up on the track, then all your rings will scatter, forcing you to recover quickly. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds tells its story more through characters than a traditional narrative, while the real thrill comes from the constant shifts in the tracks and the chance to try something new every time. You might start as a rookie, but by the end, you'll know every trick the portals can throw at you and feel the flow of the course almost instinctively. That sense of growth is what makes the game truly captivating. Abiotic Factor is a unique, atmospheric survival game set in a mysterious post-apocalyptic world. In this game, you explore various environments, solve puzzles, and battle robotic enemies in a story-driven experience. The gameplay revolves around resource management and completing quests as you navigate through dangerous sectors. You will find yourself journeying through a variety of environments, such as floors of research facility, another dimensions, and parallel universes, all while uncovering the secrets of a world on the brink of collapse. The game incorporates tactical combat, where you can craft weapons, interact with NPCs, and face off against different enemy types, including unkillable large creatures. The game's crafting system is robust, allowing you to create essential tools like crossbows, hacking devices, and specialized armor. The game also includes exploration of portal worlds, each with its own set of challenges and enemies, adding a layer of depth and variety to the game. And while traveling through these worlds, you will encounter power cells, which are key to progressing through locked sectors and unlocking new paths in the game. Strategic thinking and careful planning are critical, especially as the game features intricate environmental puzzles and combat scenarios that require a mix of both resourcefulness and skill. You wash ashore on an unfamiliar island, where the remains of a lavish resort stand alongside abandoned laboratories and research facilities steeped in secrets. At first, it's simply about staying alive, finding food, setting up camp for the night, and figuring out how to get out of here, all while completing your main mission, to locate a missing CEO and his family. But as soon as you start finding the bodies of your comrades, and the primal screams in the night won't let you rest, you'll realize this place is clearly not what it seems at first glance. The island doesn't stay static. Seasons roll in and reshape the rules. Summer offers abundant food but makes fresh water more precious, while autumn shortens the days and forces you to prepare for dwindling resources. Winter brings snowdrifts that slow travel, lakes that freeze over, and game that becomes scarce. You won't always be alone here. A mute but dependable companion will quietly handle tasks if you jot instructions down. Exploration carries you from open coasts to suffocating cave systems, from sterile research halls to ruins that seem older than memory. Something about Sons of the Forest lingers long after you put it down. This game can frustrate and even unsettle, and yet you keep going back, not for the promise of survival alone, but to see if maybe the island will let you in on its final secret. Stranded on a desolate planet, you awaken to a world devoid of life. Its skies choked with dust, its terrain barren and unforgiving. Your mission is clear: transform this hostile environment into a thriving ecosystem capable of sustaining humanity. Armed with basic tools and a determination to survive, you begin the arduous task of terraforming. The journey starts with the essentials: constructing a shelter to protect against the planet's harsh conditions, and gathering scattered minerals to craft vital equipment. As you establish your base, machines begin altering the climate. Slowly, the toxic haze lifts. Life begins to take hold. Venturing beyond your growing sanctuary, you discover fragments of past missions, abandoned wreckage, and forgotten structures buried beneath the dust. Each exploration reveals more of the planet's secrets while testing your ability to adapt. The Planet Crafter weaves survival with creation, turning solitude into purpose. You awaken stranded on a remote island, with only one way to escape: scaling the towering, unpredictable mountain that dominates the horizon. Each ascent demands more than strength alone. You must ration precious food, manage dwindling stamina, and use ropes, anchors, and pitons with precision to overcome shifting terrain. The path is never the same twice, forcing you to adapt on the fly, all while navigating hazards like venomous ticks and the unnerving Scoutmaster, whose sudden appearances can upend your careful plans. From sunlit shores to searing volcanic cliffs, each biome feels alive, shaping your journey and testing both your nerve and ingenuity. The climb is a blend of tense strategy and sudden chaos. One moment, you're planning every move. The next, you're flying down the mountainside because you miscalculated your stamina. Yet in every hard-earned foothold and daring leap lies the thrill of progress. This game is a lot of fun and perfect for playing with friends. It features cool co-op mechanics, but I have to warn you, climbing together will either bring you closer or put your friendship to the test, so have fun. The Outlast Trials is a survival horror game set in the Cold War era. Unlike its predecessors, it emphasizes multiplayer gameplay while still offering a solo experience. The game plunges players into the role of test subjects abducted by the sinister Murkoff Corporation. These individuals are subjected to psychological and physical trials in a secret facility, facing horrifying ordeals designed to test their survival instincts. The game is designed to push the limits of character sanity, reflecting the disturbing and atmospheric storytelling that the Outlast series is known for. Players can customize their characters, select abilities, and work together to overcome challenges, blending traditional survival horror mechanics with a social twist. After all the torment and trials, you realize there is no way out. The labyrinth of darkness and madness pulls you deeper, and the shadows of the past become inseparable from your soul. You are just another victim in an endless chain of experiments, and the secrets of this secret facility will remain sealed forever. Split Fiction is an action co-op game from Hazelight Studios, the creators of acclaimed titles like It Takes Two and A Way Out. The game features dynamic co-op gameplay, following in the footsteps of its predecessors with a fresh twist. The signature mechanic, dynamic screen sharing, is still in place but slightly improved, allowing the screen to switch between different orientations such as vertical, horizontal, and even diagonal splits. This mechanic aims to enhance co-op experience by creating new challenges and collaborative moments. Hazelight is known for its emotionally driven narratives and cooperative gameplay, and Split Fiction will push those elements even further. In the aftermath of a devastating pandemic known as the Green Flu, a group of immune survivors pushed through the crumbling remnants of the American South. From the overrun streets of Savannah to the chaotic ruins of New Orleans, their journey cuts through swamps, fairgrounds, and deserted highways, each location soaked in tension and crawling with danger. The infected aren't just mindless hordes. Some sprint and swarm, while others bring chaos in more disturbing forms. Giants that smash through walls, creatures that leap onto your back or spit acid to control space and movement. Encounters are rarely the same, thanks to an unpredictable AI system that constantly changes enemy placements, resources, and weather conditions based on how well or how poorly you're doing. Weapons aren't limited to guns. there's real satisfaction in grabbing a frying pan or chainsaw and hacking a path through the chaos. Each skirmish is fast, brutal, and loud, with split-second decisions often deciding whether you make it to the next safe house or get dragged screaming into the dark. Different modes offer different flavors of tension. In the main campaign, you move through a chain of linked scenarios, while survival throws you into wave-based chaos just to see how long you can hold out. Then there's realism mode. No glowing outlines or hints, just you and raw instinct. Dying Light the Beast tells the story of Kyle Crane, familiar to many from the first game. But this time, everything is much darker. He's been held captive, subjected to experiments that fused human and zombie DNA. When he finally breaks free, he's no longer the same. Inside him lives something powerful, dangerous, and impossible to ignore. His main goal is clear: find the Baron, the one who is responsible for turning him into this creature, and kill him. The events of the game take place in a small town called Castor Woods. Once a quiet place, is now twisted into a nightmare. By day, you can still risk exploring ruins, scavenging for supplies, and moving across rooftops. But when night falls, the danger multiplies. Creatures stalk from the shadows, ambushes wait at every corner, and that's when you have no choice but to unleash the beast within. In those moments, Crane becomes a force of destruction, leaping farther, fighting harder, and regenerating faster. But that strength is never without limits, and that's what makes the beast stand out. It's not just another story about zombies and survival. It's about the battle within. Crane's inner conflict between humanity and monstrosity shapes every choice, and the decisions and actions you make will ripple through the story, all the way to its conclusion. In Grounded 2, you are once again shrunk to the size of insects, but this time within the wide expanse of Brook Hollow Park. The familiar backyard has transformed into a gigantic, overgrown wilderness, full of wonders and dangers. As you traverse this suddenly gigantic world, your primary goal is survival, crafting equipment, gathering resources, and building your own base. The story progresses as you explore the park more deeply. Hints of a mysterious organization and remnants of past experiments suggest that your shrinking wasn't accidental. Uncovering these secrets becomes essential, not only to understand what happened to you, but also to find a way to return to your normal size. Gameplay is designed to allow survival both alone and with friends. The introduction of rideable insects opens new possibilities for exploration and combat. The world is filled with diverse biomes, each offering unique challenges, rare resources, and formidable threats, encouraging careful exploration and adaptability. As you delve deeper into the park's hidden corners, a mysterious figure emerges, challenging the corporation behind the experiments on teenagers while testing your attentiveness and your ability to trust. Their actions gradually unveil the secret motives of this shadowy scientific organization, bringing unexpected twists to your adventure. Sea of Thieves is a first-person action-adventure game. You will assume the role of pirate, navigating a huge open world aboard your own customizable ship, either by yourself or in crews with up to 4. The game emphasizes cooperative and PvP multiplayer interactions, allowing you to embark on voyages, seek hidden treasure, and take part in naval combat with other pirate crews. The game world is rich with unspoiled islands, sunken ships, and mysterious artifacts. You can undertake various activities, including hunting, fishing, and cooking, as well as confronting threats like cursed skeleton captains and legendary sea creatures such as the Kraken and Megalodon. The dynamic weather system and day-night cycle add to the immersive experience, presenting challenges like thunderstorms and reduced visibility at night. Sea of Thieves features a progression system focused on cosmetic rewards, encouraging both casual and experienced players to collaborate without significant gameplay advantages. You can customize your pirate avatar and ship, expressing your unique style and pirate identity. In Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, you step into the boots of Lieutenant Titus, an ultramarine who returns to the battlefield after a century. This time, he confronts the Tyranids, a relentless alien species driven by a hive mind, intent on consuming every planet's resources. The narrative delves into Titus's journey, exploring themes of loyalty and redemption, as he faces both external threats of Tyranids and internal skirmishes within the Imperium. The game offers a third-person shooter experience, focusing on intense combat against massive hordes of enemies. Players can wield a variety of melee and ranged weapons, allowing for diverse combat strategies. The story supports co-op mode for up to 3 players, encouraging cooperation and tactical coordination, especially when battling the relentless Tyrannid swarms. Beyond the main storyline, the game features both cooperative and competitive multiplayer modes, catering to different playstyles. Visually, the game stands out with its detailed portrayal of the Warhammer universe, showcasing rich, war-torn environments. The graphics are backed by strong technical performance, ensuring smooth gameplay even during large-scale battles. Dead Rising 3 is the story of a regular guy named Nick, who finds himself in the heart of a zombie apocalypse. You wake up in a ruined city and understand there's almost no time left. In just a few days, everything will be wiped off the face of the earth, and from that moment on, you explore the streets, rescue people, and try to figure out what happened and how to get out of here. The gameplay is built on freedom and creativity. You can take almost any object and turn it into a weapon. The game has a full crafting system where combining items creates unique weapons and machines. Another interesting feature is character progression. By killing tons of zombies, saving people, and completing missions, you will earn experience points that can be spent on upgrades, increasing health and unlocking new melee moves, kind of like in wrestling, so you can smash the undead in the most entertaining way possible. The game world follows its own rules. Zombies constantly change, some have special abilities, and occasionally you'll face psychotics, former humans who have lost their minds. They will attack you with insane fury, so it's best to prepare before facing them. The ending depends on your decisions, who you save, and what you do at key moments. This makes each playthrough unique, encouraging you to come back and discover other outcomes. Dead Rising 3 is a crazy mix of action, black humor, and pure unpredictability. The game gives you the feeling that you're truly inside the chaos, where every decision and every second matters. Project Zomboid is a brutally hardcore game with a unique visual style where there are no superheroes or epic quests. You start as an ordinary person with a profession, a nurse, carpenter, or mechanic, and these skills help you cope with survival, but they don't guarantee success. The gameplay revolves around constant decisions, where to find food, how to secure water, and how to manage fatigue and hunger. The world reacts to your actions, houses decay, power grids fail, and the streets slowly become overrun by zombies. One wrong noise, and a horde is already on you, so stealth and careful planning are your best allies. Over time, the situation grows even harsher. Water runs out and food spoils, while the undead become more aggressive and active. Project Zomboid is about how long you can hold on and how your choices shape your survival. The outcome depends entirely on how you handle the chaos. Sometimes survival is brief, a fleeting struggle lost in hours, but other times you endure for days, bearing witness as the life you knew slowly dissolves into silence and decay. Palworld is an innovative open-world adventure game that blends creature collection, crafting, and third-person shooting mechanics. Set in a vibrant and diverse environment, you will explore lush meadows, arid deserts, snowy mountains, and volcanic regions, encountering over 100 unique creatures known as pals. These creatures possess distinct abilities, from helping automate farming and production, to defending bases and even wielding weapons during combat. The game offers solo and multiplayer modes, where you will be able to interact in a large open world with up to 32 participants. You can collaborate in various activities and compete in battles. In a twist on traditional creature collection games, Palworld incorporates survival elements, including managing resources and defending against hostile forces. Currently in early access, the game promises continuous updates, including new creatures, areas, and gameplay features. Its dynamic mix of whimsical aesthetics and mature gameplay mechanics, such as third-person shooting and survival, creates a unique experience for fans of genres like Pokemon or crafting-based adventures. In the unforgiving world of Rust, you're dropped into a vast, procedurally generated landscape with little more than a rock and a torch. From these humble beginnings, survival becomes your primary goal. You'll need to gather resources like wood, stone, and metal by chopping trees and mining rocks to craft tools, weapons, and shelter. Hunting animals provides essential food and materials, but be cautious. Bears and wolves aren't too fond of visitors. While the environment poses its own challenges, the real wildcard is other players. Some may form alliances, while others might see you as an easy target. Building a secure base is crucial to protect your hard-earned loot from potential raiders. And remember, in Rust, trust is a rare commodity. Even a friendly wave can quickly turn into a bullet to the face. As you progress, you'll encounter various monuments and radioactive zones that offer valuable loot but come with increased risks. Advanced players can take to the skies in hot air balloons or traverse waterways in boats, adding layers of strategy and exploration. The game also features events like airdrops and roaming attack helicopters, which can be both opportunities and threats. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel even more, grab me a coffee over at Buy Me a Coffee, link in the description. Catch you in the next one, and thanks for the support.